Scorpio. Welcome to your tarot spread for the week ahead. I hope all is well on your side of things. Now, just taking a look at your oracle messages here, you have the loving man from the quantum. So you could be more in your divine masculine aspect. You could be dealing with someone who's in their divine masculine aspect. But I feel like someone is making an approach here. Someone is finally plucking up the courage to do what is necessary in order to find out where they stand, possibly in your heart or you in theirs. Interesting. But yeah, this is definitely a significant connection here. With someone perhaps you've been at a distance from, someone who has yet to make a romantic gesture, or someone that perhaps you were at odds with in the past, but is now wanting to, as I say that, now wanting to heal the connection and bridge whatever gap was created by past events. So taking a look now at your Lover's Oracle, interestingly, I haven't used this deck for a while in the general readings, but now that we're in Cancer season, I thought now's a nice time to bring them out. So that's what I've done. So your card from this deck is Only Time Will Tell. Alright, Only Time Will Tell. So, if you're wondering whether or not this can work, you don't know until you try is essentially the message here. And it's asking you, listen to your own intuition. Listen to your own heart. What is it telling you about this person? What is it telling you about how you feel towards this person and how they feel about you? Because I feel like whatever your heart is telling you is the absolute truth. That is the universal truth. Not necessarily what the mind, the mental space is telling you, but what your heart is telling you. When you put your fear to one side. I feel like that's when you'll open up your intuition and you'll get some insights as to what's really happening between you and this person. We do have 3 butterflies, small butterflies on her face, and I feel like there is a change blossoming within you and this person's heart center. That I feel like your love for each other and the desire to bring this union together is overpowering any fears or doubts or even conflicts you've had in the past. Because I feel that the love that you have for each other is genuine. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. From the Divine Feminine Oracle, you have Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. And the affirmation is, I choose to feel abundant, wealth is an inside job. I choose to feel abundant, wealth is an inside job. So that's a great affirmation to have. So that is speaking of knowing your worth, your value, that you are abundant, that you can manifest abundance with ease because you are abundant, because you are a manifester, you are a creator being, you are divine, and that you are wealthy, and that your value isn't determined by material belongings. It is merely a reflection of your perceived worthiness. So the more you feel you're deserving of, the more you'll be able to obtain. And it's not about just stacking cash and showing off about how much money you have. No, it's about the connections. It's about what you value in your life, what you place value on when it comes to the material aspect. It's not about the price tag attached to it, but what it truly means to be abundant, what abundance truly is, and what value you place upon it. That's what matters. Interesting messages so far. And I feel like if you've been feeling like the person you're dealing with doesn't see your value, doesn't see your worth, doesn't make you feel worthy of love, well, they're coming in to change all that. Alright, so let's go into the tarot and see what else we can find out with regards to you and your person here. So, oh, by the way, this is going to be the last time that I use the intuitive tarot. This was my first ever tarot deck, so I want to preserve it. So I'm no longer going to be using them in general personal readings, only in readings for myself. So it's kind of like, you know, a milestone moment, the end of an era. But I do have a brand new deck that's just arrived, so I will be busting those out next week. So you'll see for yourselves what that is. Okay. Going into the tarot, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Two of Cups. Alright, interesting how you got the 4 in reverse and the 2 in the upright. So yeah, this is kind of, I feel like both of you have been doing some inner healing and processing and kind of bringing your fears and your hopes into alignment so that your energy is calibrated. So you're not feeding worst case scenarios, but you're also not feeding illusions and fantasies, right? Grounding that energy so that when you two come together and you have this talk, which I feel like is coming up, you can actually come from a very rational but loving standpoint where you're seeing things objectively but with love as well, so that you can see where perhaps there can be some meeting of minds, the middle ground, compromise, right? Equal give and take, balance, harmony, because there is genuine love here. As I said, the love is mutual and it's genuine. It's a soulmate connection for sure. Okay, I get that very strongly. I don't always get that necessarily just with the Two of Cups, but with the energy I'm feeling and what I'm getting from these 3 cards here, yeah. It is. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, that's Taurus energy. With the 10 of Cups in reverse, you could have been dealing with a Taurus Scorpio, right? Especially possibly the masculine, which could be you. Whoever's in their divine masculine this time could have Taurus placements if their sun sign isn't in Taurus. But regardless, I feel like whoever you're dealing with wasn't serious in the past. They may have liked the idea of commitment. They might have liked the idea of building a life, having a family maybe, having a deeply romantic connection and exploring the world together or whatever it is, right? Whatever shape or form the dream took for you both. This person wasn't actually investing in it. So again, that's why I feel like there was a need to find that balance between the illusion and, perceived fears. So you come back to reality, because I feel like the fantasy was lost when reality hit. That perhaps the person you're dealing with, this could have been you, but this may have been the person you were dealing with, wasn't as committed or invested or as willing to invest in the vision in order to make it a reality. Maybe they felt like they weren't able to financially invest into the connection. Maybe they felt like they wasn't emotionally stable or financially stable or materially stable. Maybe their circumstances were in flux and they didn't have that foundation. So it was difficult to build anything when their foundation was so rocky. Maybe they had to relocate, maybe they lost their job. A lot of things can happen in a person's life. So maybe that was the reason why, or simply their energy was just off, because it reflected the inner work that needed to take place, right? That's possible. It's going to be different for different people. However, because of that, a dream of a 10 of Cups was lost. And I feel like with the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, there was a lot of conflict that arose from that. A lot of bickering back and forth, arguments, yeah. King of Wands in reverse, that's fire energy, specifically Leo. We have 2 kings here, both in reverse. So there was instability, there was a lack of commitment, there was jealousy, strife, anger, resentment, maybe even competition, right? Feeling like one person, possibly the masculine, felt like they were in competition for your attention, right? Against others, perhaps. And there was a lot of jealousy and strife that came from that, because they were looking at you as someone not to be trusted or someone they were in competition with, instead of someone that was their partner, someone that they were in collaboration with, not being a team player. It could have been that. But there was a lot of ego coming in between the connection here for sure. Okay, and you'll know how that played out for your situation. And I don't feel like either of you, no one was blameless in this. I gotta be honest, no one was. But I feel like perhaps the masculine really took things up a notch That's possible because, you know, the kings, the two kings that came out. So whoever's in the divine masculine in this connection, I feel like they may have antagonized the situation and have created possibly the instability to begin with, and it just escalated from there. Okay. That is possible, but you'll know your particular circumstances. 4 of Wands in reverse, more fire energy, yeah. There was not a stable foundation here. I feel like as well, until that reconciliation within took place, each of you, there was no way that this could come to some kind of stable, long-lasting commitment. There was a lot of mirroring taking place here. This could have even been a twin flame journey, right? Because like I said, it's very strong soulmate energy. So you may be on a twin flame journey with this person. And that's why you both triggered each other, because there was a mirroring of the wounding that was still needing to be, first of all, acknowledged, and then to be healed, to start the healing process. But neither of you were aware of your wounding until this connection came into being, I feel, or at least not to the extent that you are now. 9 of Wands in reverse. Ooh. So yeah, that's more fire energy with the Hermit in reverse, Virgo. We'll get to 3 of Pentacles in a minute. So yeah, I feel like honestly, you were both kind of being very stubborn here, okay? Neither of you wanted to acknowledge the fact that the foundation was really rocky, okay? The foundation was not there. So you're trying to build to a 10 of Pentacles when you didn't even have the 1. We see no 1 pentacle here. Ace of Pentacles is not here. You see what I mean? So you didn't even have the foundation to build towards the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles situation. So how are you going to do that, right? So there was some things that needed to be addressed first within yourselves, and then secondly within the connection, before you can even think about offering the Ace of Pentacles. Because there was a lot that needed to be addressed first before this could go anywhere. And I feel like both of you were reluctant to come out of your shells and see that was the case, right? Because it's maybe a truth that neither of you were ready to hear, but now I feel like you're both knowing that it's time to face it head on, right? So maybe this time apart did you good because you were able to get some sense of clarity as to why this wasn't working. With the Hierophant in reverse, there's still a need for more introspection, okay? More introspective work. Because I feel like there's still a lot of answers that haven't been found yet. There's still a lot of healing that needs to take place. I feel like there's a lot of things that are still not in your awareness and your person's awareness at this time. But the love is absolutely there. You're both aware of that now. But there is definitely a need for the work, because we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse as well, Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I feel like, yeah, there's still a lot of work that's got to be done within, first of all, and then within the connection. But I do get a sense that when it comes to the wounding, especially around your projected fears, and then, you know, buying into this illusion, this fantasy, I feel like you're both coming to realize that, okay? Both aspects and how it basically affected this connection. But just being aware of something is not enough. You then have to work through it, right? So that's what you're being encouraged to do at this time. 2 of Pentacles, right? Got to work through it. And it won't be easy, because you're having to process things on multiple levels. But you can handle it, okay? 2 of Pentacles, yeah, it might be a lot of work, but you can handle it. It's nothing beyond your ability to deal with, okay? Yeah, High Priestess, that is Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Pisces. That's what's coming through strongly right now. 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay, so I feel like as well, yeah, you've not really been communicating much, I feel. Communication may be there, but I feel like about this internal processing and what needs to happen, there's been little to no communication at all. I feel like you're both kind of being silent on that regard, because there is a need to come to certain understandings, get certain clarity on certain things with regards to yourselves first and foremost, and then the connection before you can sit down and discuss it. So it's like, if it's not clear in your mind, if you don't feel like, oh, this is what it is, this is what I need to look at, this is how I need to heal it, if you don't have that groundwork, then it's going to be difficult to communicate what needs to take place, right? So I feel like that's why neither of you are really talking about this, but you are trying to gain that higher wisdom. You're trying to gain that internal insight. You're also trying to get possibly some little confirmations from the divine, right? Maybe you've even been reaching out to tarot readers, possibly, to get some insight. And also trying to listen to your own intuition as well, which I think is important. So I feel like with the Three of Swords in reverse, this is a good sign that you've started the process. Both of you are starting this process. I just feel like there is a road ahead of you, but that's not to say you're not going to see progress, right? Four of Pentacles, yeah. See, the Sun. So the clarity is definitely coming in, and I feel like there is a partnership potentially being formed between the two of you. You might not jump into a relationship again necessarily if you were in one in the past. You know, you might not necessarily go back to being together again, but I feel like there is a cooperation here. There's a desire to get things out in the open, to get that sense of clarity within, and then vocalize what needs to be said, because you both want to be happy. Your happiness is at the forefront of both of your minds, but I feel like you want to have a happy life together. So I feel like you do want the Ten of Cups with each other. It's just there's some wounding that needs to be healed first. There's some mental and emotional blockages that need to be addressed, and a need to really take a look at your energy as well, because there is a lot of holding back still. There's a lot of fear that keeps creeping up in this connection also. But do I feel like you're both starting the process? Do I feel like you're on the right track? I do feel that way. I just feel like it's going to take some time and a lot of work, but if you're both prepared to do it, you could have the Sun, okay? Leo energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo as well, okay? But I feel like if you're both willing to do the work, happier days lie ahead. So Scorpio, I hope this helps. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Click the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings are published. All forms of support are greatly appreciated. So I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.